Hello, this is Steve of Steve's Trains. I'm doing a video today on cleaning brass. So I've done some experimentation. This is a brass loco kit. It's painted. These are also brass loco kits. That is. The tender here, that's all brass, but I've primed it ready for painting. Now the brass is soldered together and you use a flux. Which is basically a phosphoric acid flux. But anyway, so what I use, and this is part of the cleaning process as well. I got this from Bunnings Hardware. This is a rust buster. It is a phosphoric. It's 33% phosphoric acid. Now flux is phosphoric acid. So I think this is just basically water. It's diluted phosphoric acid. I let this down 2 to 1, so I get about 10%. It's in a little jar there. You slosh it on and you can solder. But this is also good for cleaning. So when you build a loco kit, at the end of the day, you want it to look like this. Now, I think you'll agree that looks pretty good, and that's all in the brass, and you can hardly see any solder. It looks good. Some people may even lacquer that and just leave it like that, which would look good in its own accord. That's obviously going to be repainted. And no, I didn't build that, but I wanted to show you what sort of standard I'm aiming for when I clean. So what I did is we got a piano and it's got a candelabra things on it. Here's one of them, or bits of it. That hasn't been touched in God knows how many years. So I just did an experimentation. Here's one I've done earlier. Now there's a few marks on it, but it is clean. I'm sure you could get it cleaner than that. But that was like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I use. So just so you know something about phosphoric acid, when you drink Coca-Cola, that's got phosphoric acid in it. That's why it rots your teeth. If you didn't know, but it does. Oh, I'm told, but you can actually, if you haven't got any flux, you can use Coca-Cola as a flux. I don't know what percentage it is. I haven't tried it. But so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to see this. I'm just going to see if I can pop that in there. Don't know if it's going to go. How far it'll go down. I'm going to leave it for a few minutes and then pull it out. So anyway, look, because it's not full, it wouldn't go down there enough. So I've just put this in there and I'll leave it for say 3 or 4 minutes, pull it out and see what happens. As I said, you can leave these in Coca. I've seen people just put it in Coca-Cola. So we'll see what happens. So you'll get a lot of it off. Once I've done that, which I did with this, I rinse this. And then the other thing, and you can clean with this is good. Barkeeper's Friend, it's a stainless steel cleaner, but you can clean up with that. Now, this toothbrush will do. You mix it into a paste. If you're building a loco kit, what is really good is an electric toothbrush because it spins around, it gets into all the crevices. An O-gauge model put me onto that. So I put that under the sink and that's what I ended up with. It went from that to that. So what my plan is, especially when you're building a loco kit, once you've soldered, you should always clean it up anyway. At least rinse it because you've got an active flux working on the brass, so you can either neutralize it, just put it in water. The other thing which is good is, if you know anything about science, alkalines are opposite to acids. So you can neutralize an acid with an alkaline. Simple things you can use. Bicarb of soda. That is an alkaline. So I could get a bucket put some of that in and just dunk the model in there for half an hour. That would neutralise any acid. But anyway, what I'm aiming to do is build a loco kit, and I want to get it to that condition of the model I just shown you. And while I'm still waiting, I've just read the instructions on this. This contains citric acid, which is in lemons. Now, I've never tried this, but there are videos where people say use salt and citric acid or lemons. That's another way to clean. Another product I bought, it's an Indian product. You get it in Indian groceries. It's called pitambari powder. It's a pink powder. Yeah, it's made in India, and you'll get it in Indian groceries. It's spelled Pitambri. But if you ask for it, if you go into an Indian grocer's, ask for pitambari powder. Don't go in what I did and ask for pitambari powder, because they won't understand, or they may do. But when I first asked for it, I asked for that, and then the lady, I asked a friend of mine who's from India, and she said, no, it's pitambari powder. So that works as well. This has been in about 3 minutes. I wonder what this is like. Let's... Well, you can see how much it's done. If I left it in there for half an hour, I reckon it'd do much better than that. I think we'll try this next. I'm going to leave this in here for half an hour. See what happens. Now, something else I just tried. This is not really big enough for kits, although you can get big one. This is an ultrasonic cleaner. My brother gave it to me. It's only a small one. So there's water in the top. Then this, when the phosphoric acid in there. So I'm hoping that that's going to aid this. This is a bit of an experiment. See how we go. I'll put this on for half an hour. Okay, that's had 30 minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner. There's a few marks on it still. They will come off with a bit of brushing, but what I'm going to do is I'll take it into the sink. Obviously this has got a bit of very fine abrasive on it, so that's going to help. So I just put some Barkeeper's Friend on it. Look, it's not perfect. It was very quick. There's still a few marks. If I went over it with I just use this. It's a nylon. But I know that if I went over it with one of those electric toothbrushes, not one to use for your teeth, but I keep the old ones, but I think even new ones are good to get. Just keep them for the purpose. And go over it, you can get a really, really good job. My aim, this is for loco kits, is to build a loco kit which looks showroom, looks brilliant in brass. That's what I want to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've got any other tips about cleaning brass, let me know. There's plenty of them out there. But I've not tried salt and lemon juice yet. I reckon that works pretty well.